Ladies and gentlemen, we have on good authority, well, we got it right by here now, so we got the evidence, that good old Mr. Ron Toye is back on Twitter, which is kind of surprising because I'm pretty sure a lot of people, including people on KV, was saying that Ron was perma-banned, which means that if he is back on Twitter, that's called a ban evasion, and is actually against Twitter's terms of service. But we'll never know. But what we're going to take a look at, so we have him by here, Ronald Toye III. Since the trolls nuked my account, I decided to start a new one. Guess who is back? First of all, for someone saying, guess who is back? It's like, dude, come on. You're literally being a complete and utter twat waffle. Anyway, we're going to carry on because he said some really funny things. Because what I'm about to show you, it shows a man who is not in control. And he cannot help himself but talking to others and trying to be intelligent when he's trying to backtalk against someone else. And it's not really working. So this is what we had. Nick Recader put out the following tweet. When a man loves a woman. Not going to sing it fully because I don't want to get copyright strikes. But this is what he put out. If I were you, I would call me back pretty quick. Because I told you about hanging up on me, okay? It's not like you do a lot, or you have to do a lot, seeing as you are afforded the opportunity to stay home. So if I need you to come and get me, guess what that means? You come and get me. Ron, the big tough guy, you know how he is. He's like Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon 4.
You're pretty tough when you're on the phone, aren't you, little fella?
That's right, telephone tough guy.
Otherwise, I will take your car and you can hitchhike and figure out how to get around. 'Cause I pay all the bills. I don't like being hung up on. Aw, poor Ronnie boy. You don't like fights? Don't do stuff to provoke me. That's almost like he's like, come on then, provoke me and you'll find out how much of a little baby boy I am. You know you provoke me when you hang up on me. Okay, I didn't ask you to do anything for your mom. Your mom has another daughter, who lives with her, who can't pick her ass up. I don't give a this about your sister. I need to get something taken care of. Don't hang up on me again or you can walk around. Aww. That's a nice little lovely message from Ron to his wife, isn't it? Oh, I bet she loved him. So, Ron actually started replying to Nick. Nick, the fact my ex-wife is a good friend, a referral partner, and made a statement about how much I have changed must really drive you nuts. No, it actually makes a lot of people think, what have you done to her? Well, why is that, Ron? Have you been ringing her up, telling her not to hang up on you? I didn't sue when called on my BS. I put my head down, did the work, and earned her trust. That's why I have custody and respect. You don't have respect, Ron. You never have done. You think you do, but you don't. Hell, you even blocked your own father and mother on Facebook because they posted something that you didn't like. That just goes to show that you cannot stand up against a man. Only women. So, this is where it gets really funny. So someone replied to Ron, so that quote about your abuse from your ex-wife number 1, who is such a good friend, we've been waiting more than a month for that video from her, or was it from wife number 2, who you pretend doesn't exist to minimise this that you put her through? I don't pretend she doesn't exist, and I do not try to minimise my behaviour. Yes, you do. My words were this and manipulative. This statement was from a custody hearing in 2012 with first wife. Ex number 2 gave him an affidavit to support the request for a protective order. He carried on. Nick won't tell you that I don't make any excuses for my behaviour. Which he does, to be honest with you, because every time someone brings up, I've changed, I've done this, I've done that. Ron, that's giving excuses. He likes to point to that affidavit where it also mentioned the time I slapped her on the thigh with a remote. Despicable behaviour, no denying that. She deserved better. Aww. But what he failed to clarify is that I wasn't convicted of this. I wasn't charged with any crimes. It was a finding on why she deserved a protective order. I didn't deny it happened. The protective order was dismissed by following what the judge said. So just by going back from that one tweet there with Ron, literally, I wasn't convicted of this. So you're saying it never happened sort of thing. I wasn't convicted of that, so I'm not one. Same thing then goes for Vic, yeah? Even though you're saying all these things, but you're saying because he hasn't been convicted of it, they shouldn't be true. Yeah? No? Ron? What are you going to do? You're going to start juggling with other people's balls now? What? So, Shiny Star Silver went back with, the court ruled that you had committed family this and were likely to commit it again. Nick's shown the ruling from the court, so it's blatantly false to claim that he's failed to clarify what the court said. Which is very true. All of us have shown the actual documentation from that event. But he keeps coming back saying, oh no, no one ever shows this. Ron, we all have. Try again. It was dismissed and I will show the court document tomorrow. Why not now? When you posted this. Why not then, Ron? Did he tell you I had custody now, and that I have since 2017? See, he likes bringing up, well, I got this now. Yeah, now you may have. You probably forced your ex-wife into it. No one knows, see? Because you're trying to keep them out of arm's reach for everyone. And is wife number one cool with you letting your son get a Tinder account lying about his age? Dun, dun, dun. That's bad. You gotta be over the age of 18. His son is not over the age of 18. Kids do stupid things all the time. I didn't realise he had that until yesterday when I screenshot a clown on the farms who saved pictures of my underage son on their phone and posted it on there. Both will be dealt with. First of all, it's public information, and two, the kid I think has clothes on and I think it's just literally a photo of their profile, so what are you going to do, Ron? How dare he do this? So you're threatening a person who legally shared public information. Please tell me again about you being a changed man. Is the change that you left his pets out of your threat this time? Which is true, because he said he was going to do some horrible things to the little doggy woggy. And this is what really knocked me over the edge with laughter. Oh, I will be clear. Storing photos of my underage son, searching for him online, will bring consequences. Just this time I won't make childish threats. I just follow proper procedures and notify who I am supposed to notify. And this is when Broly the Mighty, who jumped in and, as a law enforcement officer, Ron, having photos on your phone of a minor that is not nude is not against the law. Why don't you actually pick up a law book instead of books on having to better yourself? Boom! Broly for the win. And someone else just replied, notify who he's supposed to notify. Well, more than likely notify his Twitter followers like everyone else. Which is very, very true. And the funniest thing is, when Broly replied to him, Ron just kind of dropped off from this conversation. He just didn't start to speak to anyone else and he just kind of left it as it is. But all the tweets I've shown you, it's literally Ron going about and literally just being like, well, I don't care about this and you're this, you're that. And he's just doing excuse after excuse after excuse for someone who was... He's been very active in the comment section of my videos and a couple of other people's videos. And it's just really funny at this moment in time because when you see him and you see what he's doing, it's just like, oh, Ron, we've missed you. And it's kind of interesting that he's come back onto Twitter now, ban evading, when obviously the oral arguments are no longer valid because they don't want him in the appeal case. And obviously, 22nd of September, we will hopefully have more information. But what I will do as well, I will be keeping people updated on what Ron has been saying throughout the week. You know, one every other day probably, if get a video of that. So if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you wonderful people soon.